Ahoy mates, I'm Zolanius and welcome to my den. Today we shall continue the tale of the wicked shenanigans of my TTRPG group, the Remnant Vanguard. Now, I noticed in my previous videos my tone was weird, so I try and fail speaking a bit more casually this time. I can't fix me fumbling my words, though too Hungarian for that. On another note, sadly, the Orcs player had to semi-permanently leave the party for work reasons, so the remaining cast is Gertok the Ogre, Sholoklas the Gatorman, Maple the Big Titty Bug Nurse, and Blizzlorg the transdimensional hentai demon. The setting is that the Remnant Court, an undead mafia, wishes to reclaim its old lands that turned into a wasteland, as their no imprisoned god cursed it so the dead don't stay dead and the living have hard time remaining so. Session 8. The group assembles once again to try establish communications with the Elder and his family, as they seem to be the key to unlock most of the villagers' problems, given they are master necromancers. Gunther is asked if they tried already, and it turns out they did, and it went quite horribly wrong, as the family is keen on blasting away anyone who dares to disturb them. So the party decides to do just that. After getting notified via Eustak that the party members possess some Ark of the Remnant on their bodies, the Gatorman bounces around like the Windows logo, they decide to write a formal letter to the Elder's family, given their regal demeanor, on a wood splinter they got from the carpenters working on the shovel handle. They managed to produce something passable, but the problem of getting the letter to the hands of the Elder remained. The group votes Maple to deliver it to the manor's doors, and Blazorg lends her the Tesseract Vault, whilst Sholoklas lends his strength to knock on the door. Heavily. A sound of a magical item being charged up sends the Crocoboy fleeing, whom is soon followed by an undead crow with a menacing aura, that the party named Drone. It circles above the village, so the hentai demon and the Gatorman drew a big mark of the remnant into the dirt to show their allegiance, which prompts the drone to fly back, take the bug lady's letter, and get back into the boarded up manor. Soon, a small skeletal figure emerges with purple eye flames instead of the usual blue, and tells Maple her handwriting sucks. She needs to tell the letter's content in person. She fails miserably, so instead Sholoklas jumps in to clarify the situation, mentioning the happy tree friend that doesn't leave a positive impression on the kid. He goes back to the house and soon the whole family emerges, which prompts the Gator to fall face first in a futile attempt at a bow, and the tentacle monster to start juggling the vault now back in his possession. The Elder, possessing a voice bereft of emotion, says audible sigh, and demands further clarification from the party. Who sent them exactly, and where should they send their crow drone to deliver the letter of displeasure? It's the Remnant Court, and the address is High Court, Whiterun District, Skyrim. Duly noted, the Elder asked who is the leader, to which the party responded with another question, physical or social? Another audible sigh later, the Elder asks instead who is the best tactician in the group, so Blizzlorg proceeds to follow them into their house. There, they discuss how to proceed. First and foremost, Count Dunkula needs to be resurrected. To find him, the party needs to travel eastwards for a day to reach the hills where his tomb lies. The furry tribes need to be exterminated afterwards. Blazorg relinquishes the Tesseract Vault to receive a map of the village in turn, then gets back to the party. Since the others haven't communicated with the villagers for 50 years, they don't know who is insane and with what, so the party asks Gunther for clarification. They get a list and decide to help the gardener and his wife, who lament the death of their flowers, and his daughter, who repeats combing her non-existent hair in front of an oddly well-preserved mirror. The idea to save the daughter is to get some hair. So, slave bottom text is shaved a bit for making a wig. Then the party follows Gunther into the forest to harvest some evil potato, duskflower, and flesh-eating roses. They decided to give these to the gardeners to provide them with a new purpose, but they find the flora unholy and the flora finds their home unsuitable, so they try to leave. Except the rose that decides to try to consume the 5-meter tall walking fungi, also known as Gertog. Tussle ensues and Gertog forces the rose off him and into a ball with which he tries to converse with. even naming it Gary. He fails that as well, so he takes it to the nearby forest for re-education purposes, but not before entering into a staring contest with a potato after it grown an eye to stare back with. In the meantime, Sholoklas tries to give the dusk flower with a happy baby face to the gardeners, but botches the social role, so they get even more depressed. Luzlorg then spends a BS point to reenact the Tom and Jerry burial scene, where he gets into a symbiotic relationship with the dusk flower, which in turn inspires the gardener and his wife to stop lamenting and instead start working with the evil Flora. Motivated from recent success, the party besides the ogre enters the house to cure the repeating daughter as well, putting the wig on her head and giving an uplifting speech that snaps the skeleton out of repeating. She is very upset with her condition and also freaked out by the weird tentacle monster that is watching her from the window. Chaos ensues. Gertog comes back with a weird gate, which he then explains is because when he tried to use the potato to wipe his ass after taking a massive dump, again, it went on an adventure. -1 social from constant clenching. He was also followed by a weird Rose Boy, which emerged after the evil Rose Ball fell into the Omega Dump, which transformed into Gary, the emo Rose Kid. That's it for this session. I hope the story was fun, and that I will see you back in my den. Take care.